and in with the new. It's time to save big at Room to Room's New Year's sale. Store-wide markdowns 50 to 70% off, no tax, 48-month special financing. It's a new year at Room to Room Furniture in Tupelo. There's no place like home.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I hope all of y'all have had a fantastic Sunday. I know it's been a chilly one, and unfortunately, I'm going to continue talking about those chilly conditions. But I'm meteorologist Caleb Edelblut, excited to let you know for everything going on for your MLK Day tomorrow and what we can expect for the upcoming work week. So let's get right into this broadcast so you are ready to go to bed and know what to expect. But we have a sunny and dry start to the work week. This is not only for your MLK Day tomorrow, but also into your Tuesday. We're actually going to see a sunnier and clearer Tuesday as compared to our Monday, and that's due to some high pressure continuing to move into our area. We'll be covering that later on the broadcast. But those rain chances, they're going to creep back into our forecast right around Wednesday, and they're going to stick around pretty much Wednesday into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's going to be the big day in our forecast because latest models are trying to put some winter weather there. Yesterday, if you were here during my 6 and 10 o'clock, we were talking about maybe some storm chances for your Saturday. When I checked the models today and we started forecasting, we're already seeing some winter weather start to line up and agree between models. So still 6 days out, and we can see those flip automatically. We could have our morning meteorologist, Maggie McCauley, wake up in the morning and probably see maybe no winter weather, just showing how inconsistent these can be, but something to give you the heads up on and something that we're going to be tracking all work week long. That way you know the very latest as we get closer and closer to Saturday, but I'll keep my fingers crossed with you guys out there. But let's take a look at the first 12 right now to focus on this overnight period. We're going to be talking about temperatures around 27 degrees by 11 o'clock with those clear skies, and that's going to stay consistent pretty much all night long. We're enjoying clear skies above that cloud cover. We'll eventually move back into our area, but that's more around lunchtime and on where we'll start to see those partly cloudy conditions return. But we're cooling off towards the mid-20s by the time we are waking up really early for your Monday morning, but around 29 degrees by 8 o'clock, and then warming on up, talking about upper 30s by 11 o'clock around lunchtime tomorrow for your Monday. But let's take some live looks out here across North Mississippi. This is out in Pontotoc. 28 degrees, feels like 25. That's the main story. No matter what that temperature is outdoors, just subtract a few degrees. That's actually what it feels like. So those layers are going to be very handy as you go about not only the overnight period, but also your day tomorrow. Same thing out here in Shelby. 30 degrees, feels like 27, 3 degrees difference, 3-mile-per-hour wind. So coming out of the south, but definitely starting to feel a lot cooler just due to how dry we are in our atmosphere right now. That dew point around 19 degrees. So definitely a very stable and a very dry atmosphere above us. Let's take a look at the Mississippi State campus. Beautiful campus out there in Starkville. 28 degrees, feels like 28, and we know exactly why. There's no wind affecting y'all out there. So for any outdoor events or plans you have on campus, they are good to go as long as you are fine doing it in 28-degree weather as that temperature continues dropping later on tonight. But let's take a look at our Mississippi Live Weather Radar, sponsored by Mama Justice. We are looking at dry conditions everywhere across North Mississippi, and we are enjoying that as we continue into the weekend since, hey, we got tomorrow off, and we are excited to keep these beautiful conditions around here in our area. But surface analysis is kind of showing what's going on within our area. We could actually see a cold front starting to make its way into North Mississippi, and you'll notice this isn't a very intense cold front. We're not seeing any showers or storms lined up with it. This is just allowing us to keep right where we are with these cold temperatures, bring in some more of that northerly air, and that's what's going to make us feel a lot cooler tomorrow as compared to those actual temperatures outdoors. So just to be prepared, but showing not expecting any rain, any storms with this cold front, just allowing us to continue to stay pretty cold out here in North Mississippi. But Futurecast is going to track exactly that. That cold front continuing to move on through our area, not bringing anything with it. We are still staying very much dry, but that wind change is going to kind of start to come out of the north just a little bit, and with that, bring in some cloud cover as well. That's going to be the extent of our moisture. Not really going to see any rain, but we'll see those cloud droplets up in the sky in the form of cloud cover. But definitely going to be a dry day tomorrow, and eventually partly cloudy conditions returning before we see a sunnier Tuesday ahead. But the next 24 is going to show that cloud cover starting to build on in. We're seeing a clear start to the day around 6 o'clock. Temperatures around 24 degrees, warming up towards freezing. 9 o'clock, 32 degrees. And we're going to settle out around the low 40s for our highs. But remember, subtract just a few. There we go with that northwesterly wind. That's what's going to make you feel a lot cooler as you go about your day. That cloud cover continuing to build on up throughout the day and into those evening hours, but thankfully not going to stick around for much because our Tuesday will be a very sunny day ahead. Going to be a beautiful start to officially start the work week here in North Mississippi. But I'm going to give you an in-depth look on your Monday and also into your Tuesday as we get ready for the work week ahead. Also that 7-day forecast to show you what those rain chances look like and that wintry mix. Whether or not we're going to see that for your Saturday, that is still going to be the question as we get closer and closer, but got to get through a whole work week first. So let's forecast what that'll look like for you. That'll continue after this break.
At First Choice Bank, we know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
As a bankruptcy firm, Mitchell, Cunningham, and Bowling realizes many people are worried about their finances. We're here to guide you through the next steps to restart your life with easy video appointments. New clients don't have to leave home to get information about becoming debt-free. Also, convenient in-office appointments are available at the low cost of $340 upfront for a Chapter 13. You can be on your way to being debt-free. Contact Mitchell, Cunningham, and Bowling today or visit our website at mcdebtfree.com. We are here to help you.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 10. Before we get started with this broadcast, or continue it, I should say, I was checking the comments to see if we have any questions. I saw someone asking, how likely are we going to get any to see winter weather in Starkville? I think the right question is, how likely are we going to see winter weather in North Mississippi? So definitely not really going to narrow certain places. That model is still quite a ways out, but eventually maybe we can see it, especially with both models lining up. That's pretty big news. Most of the time one is very dramatic while the other is more consistent, sets expectations. But the fact both are starting to match up, hopefully they can stay pretty consistent within the next few days. We're going to make sure to continue tracking that out. But here's a beautiful picture out there sent in by Sam from New Mexico. You can see what's called lenticular clouds, and they look really cool. We won't really see these in Starkville, and that's because you kind of need a lifting surface to kind of allow these clouds to form, and this is more common with mountainous areas. That air kind of rising over the mountain, forming that cloud cover, kind of like a little disc in the sky. So really cool picture to see out there sent in from New Mexico. So I appreciate all of y'all sending in pictures. We'd love to broadcast them, no matter where it's in New Mexico, Mississippi, across the globe. We will broadcast anything and everything. I love seeing what you guys submit. But let's take a look at some current conditions right here in Tupelo. 29 degrees, feels like 25, and there we go. That wind still affecting us, even though it's coming out of the south, but we're just super dry right now. 17 degrees for your dew point. It is a very stable atmosphere above us, but also a chilly one as well. Futurecast showing exactly kind of what's responsible for that. This cold front allowing no moisture to really affect us here in North Mississippi as that continues sweeping on through our area and not bringing any rain chances, storm chances with it, which is a good thing. We are staying dry all across North Mississippi, and we're still going to wake up with these clear, sunny skies. It's just not going to last forever as we start off our Monday. But those low temperatures definitely going to be chilly. We are below average, as you can see in the top left corner of your screen. 33 is where we should be for this time of year. We're almost 10 degrees below that. So 22 out here in Houston, 23 Tupelo, 23 in Oxford and Senatobia, 26 Clarksdale, 27 Cleveland, and 26 out there in Belzona. Going to be a chilly start to the day, and unfortunately, it's just going to be a chilly day all around. So make sure you have those layers on all day. But of course, with it being MLK Day tomorrow, had to bring back the no school day graphic so we could bring it back into the forecast. It'll be 23 by the time you wake up with those sunny and clear skies above you, working your way up towards the upper 30s by snack o'clock around lunchtime. And we're talking about those afternoon temperatures being around the low 40s, but you won't feel like you're there. You're going to feel around the mid to upper 30s just due to that wind and this dry atmosphere. So a beautiful day, but make sure the kids are layered up for any outdoor plans they have. But might be a day where they are bouncing off of the walls inside just due to how chilly it'll be. So let's check out what we can expect for tomorrow. And the good news is, whole lot of nothing. We're tracking pretty much 0 rain chances as we go about our Monday. The only thing that we're expecting is that cloud cover to increase, especially by lunchtime, starting to see those partly cloudy conditions start to move back into our area, and it will continue to almost blanket us as we go throughout our Monday. Definitely going to be a cloudier into the day as compared to the start, especially by 7 o'clock. Still seeing those partly cloudy conditions affect us here in North Mississippi, but enjoy the cloud cover because Tuesday should be a lot sunnier. And you'll also see how the models kind of flip with that cloud cover, showing that confidence with them. But those high temperatures tomorrow, like I mentioned, going to be around the low to mid 40s across North Mississippi, but definitely going to feel a lot cooler. So this is warmer tomorrow as compared to today, but take a look at those feels like values, taking still a pretty big hit. 27 out there in South Haven. So going to be a chilly day, 30 in Holly Springs, 29 out there in Corinth, but 41 in Houston and Bruce, 44 Eupora and Kosciuszko, 43 in Louisville, Starkville, and Columbus. So definitely a chilly day ahead, and depending where you are, some have it a little bit better, some have it a little bit worse, especially for those out there in South Haven. 27, I'm not built for the cold, but I wish you all the best of luck. And for those that enjoy the cold, with it not being a school day, let's go out, fish, hike, walk the dog. I had to put one of these in, and I decided to go with the fishing forecast because I feel like that's fun, and especially for the fishermen out there, maybe the cold weather is better for the fish. I don't know. Y'all are the experts out there. I just kind of tell y'all what the conditions are so y'all know whether it's worth it or not. But 23 degrees by 7 o'clock, warming up towards around freezing, 32 by 9. And we're talking about upper 30s by 11 if you want to go out there in the morning. But maybe you want to go out there in the evening. 6 o'clock, around 35 degrees, cooling off towards 30 by 8. And definitely by nighttime, it'll be around the upper 20s at 10 o'clock with that cloud cover back in our atmosphere. But let's come back to Futurecast and notice this model. Not really showing much of that cloud cover. The cloud cover that does move in, going to be very thin, very wispy, so not going to be very meaningful as we go about our day, but still those partly cloudy conditions making their way back into the forecast. But here we go. We can already see that high pressure system up in the top left side of your screen. That's what's allowing us to continue to stay dry and almost cloud free as we go about those overnight hours. This is tracking all the way through your Tuesday morning. High pressure system still wanting to be the spotlight during this broadcast all across North Mississippi. You can see that wind direction kind of starting that clockwise rotation all around it, moving kind of more southwest or southeasterly, transitioning to southerly, and then back behind me in Alabama going more of that northerly direction. So kind of already see what that high pressure system is doing across our area, but it's allowing us to stay dry, allowing us to stay cloud free. It's going to be a clear, sunny day for your Tuesday, but that's 8 o'clock, tracking this towards lunchtime and into the afternoon hours. The high pressure system moving out of the area so we can actually kind of see what's going on, but good thing with high pressure systems, it never really covers up anything. We are talking about dry and clear weather as we continue into your Tuesday afternoon, even into the overnight hours. We're still staying pretty much cloud free until Wednesday, and that's where we see that shift in the weather pattern for the rest of our forecast and for the work week. Those rain chances will creep back into the forecast. We're going to be discussing kind of when we can expect that in just a second. But those high temperatures for your Tuesday, a little bit warmer. So kind of a warming trend as we continue throughout the day. But notice when I was talking about that wind change and that wind direction change, let's take a look at this. So we're already warmer, 46 in Houston, Bruce, Water Valley, 45 Senatobia, 43 South Haven, 46 in Cleveland. When we step back, let's take a look at those feels like values. A lot better across North Mississippi. We're actually going to be feeling like the temperatures outdoors, and that's due to that high pressure system, allowing that wind to start coming out of the south, cycle in some moisture, not bring in that northerly wind, allowing us to feel a lot cooler. So better conditions are in the forecast for your Tuesday. Just got to get through MLK Day and some chilly conditions first before we can enjoy them. But definitely enjoy that because we're going to be talking about rain chances almost for the rest of the work week. We're enjoying dry conditions for your MLK Day, high around 43 degrees, warming up towards the mid 40s by Tuesday. But we have 20% chance of rain for your Wednesday, and that's due to these rain chances kind of moving in the evening overnight time frame. So most of your day will be mostly cloudy as you go about your Wednesday. Those rain chances kind of on the back half of the day, sticking around overnight into your Thursday, where we still see the best chance of rainfall throughout the work week. Some lingering moisture for your Friday with high in the low 50s, and that's pretty much consistent. Once we see those rain chances, we're sticking around the low 50s for our highs, which is right around average for this time of year. But Saturday, that still is going to be the big question and the main focal point for our forecast as we get through MLK Day, get through our Tuesday, our Wednesday, and get closer and closer towards our weekend. We're forecasting some rain. Yesterday was talking about maybe some storm chances models. Today we're talking about some wintry weather. So definitely a lot to be discussed and deciphered as we get closer and closer towards Saturday, but we want to make sure you are updated the entire week and want to make sure that you know kind of what's going on here in North Mississippi, what we're expecting. That way you can plan for it accordingly. And of course, there will be lots of posts on social media talking about that all week long. So want to make sure you have the latest and most accurate updates that we can give you. Of course, here's the QR codes to both the iOS and Android version. We appreciate all the support you have given us, and we want to make sure y'all can continue getting these updates so you are best prepared as we continue getting further and further into the winter season, and of course closer and closer towards severe weather season later this spring. But we'll be live tomorrow morning at 6:30, 7, and 7:30. I know most of us are off of school and off of work for MLK Day, but we'll still be back towards our weekday schedule with our morning meteorologist Maggie McCauley in the morning. She's very excited to get back and give y'all the latest. I'm excited to see what the new model runs in the morning will show for Saturday. I'm excited to watch her in the morning and see what she has for that day. And of course, we'll be back in the evenings at 5, 6, and 10 with our chief meteorologist, Matt Laubon, and meteorologist Gabe Maynard, giving you the very latest as well as more models come out throughout the day. So excited to see how they read what's going on for your Saturday. We interpret those rain chances. So definitely going to be an exciting and interesting day. I know all of us will be crossing our fingers, maybe placing some spoons under the pillow, flushing ice down the toilet. Any housewife tales y'all have, definitely excited to see them. Let's check the comments. Really, oh my gosh, Gabe's in the comments. Wow, this is an amazing, amazing night. He's talking about getting that hot coffee ready. Everybody's praying for some snow. I'm with y'all. I'm crossing my fingers. So excited to see y'all in the comments. Excited to see Gabe very active at night. That is one of the best parts. And oh, that Rams-Bears game, that was something to watch. But I hope y'all all have an amazing night. I've enjoyed another weekend with you guys here. Very excited to see that forecast as we continue throughout the work week. But I hope all of y'all have a fantastic Sunday night. We'll see y'all tomorrow in the Room to Room Weather Center.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Laubon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Laubon has proven himself trustworthy